One of the exercises we can do to develop a really nice, secure lower leg is to just stand in your stirrups while you're riding. And one of the things that happens to us while we're working, like, we want to use our leg to bend the horse and we want to ask the horse to get a good tempo and all that stuff, is our legs tend to turn into hooks, which I'm doing right now. And then they start to ride up and we start to work a lot from our calf and heel instead of using a nice secure leg and talking more from our thigh with our calf being support. So while you're warming up, you can stand in their stirrups while moving. First, I'm just going to show you at a standstill how to do it. So the easiest way to think about this is it's as if you are standing on your own feet. If you try to push into your stirrups to get leverage, you are going to swing back and forth because you're not over your center of gravity. So just put your feet underneath you as if you were standing, and then you want to think, work smarter, not harder. It's not muscular effort to stand straight up, because otherwise you're going to be like straining to hold and it's going to feel really difficult, okay? So you basically just get your thigh underneath you and your heel underneath you, and then you make your base of support wide, and you just stand. It's easy. I mean, so my crotch is a little bit over the pommel, which would not be like a 2-point. It's just an exercise in developing a long thigh. But I can stand here all day. I don't have to hold on. I'm really secure. I can do the Macarena. I can do all kinds of stuff because I'm very secure without having to hold on. I'm not doing like a quad hold. It's not hard work. So as I do that in motion, what you're going to find when you do that in motion is that your joints become very springy. So as I stand, you can get nice and low if you want to, and this is going to teach you to get long in your leg. So I'm just walking along with him as I ride. So I'm walking into my left foot, my right foot, my left foot, my right foot, left foot, my right foot, my left foot, my right foot, and I'm feeling very secure. Now, if I start to try to hold, I'm going to flop. Okay, so it is a very bouncy feeling. I just push down into my feet. I'm keeping a very bouncy ankle, knee, and hip. They need to be able to move. So if I lose my balance, then I basically would just sit straight down. It's really about bending these joints. But you stretch down your thigh like you're going to kneel down. Okay, so if I'm walking along and I'm getting ready to stand, I stretch down my landing gear, push my knee down like I'm going to kneel. And then you can lean your upper body slightly forward, and then put your weight into the ball of your foot, and then I'm stepping into my stirrups to help it. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Working my back muscles to hold me up. And I can be up here indefinitely. Left, right, left, right. So I can do that in the trot too. And here in the trot can be very bouncy. So you can see how much movement there is in my joints, bouncing up and down. So if I want to, I can even do a trot transition from standing to work on my balance. Bounce in my legs, bounce, 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 bounce. Kind of like pretend you're posting, but smaller. So the standing in the stirrup is really not an exercise of tension or effort. It's in finding this sweet spot up here where you're moving your joints along with the horse. And it's something that you kind of have to practice. It's hard to explain until you find that spot. But practice it until it feels yours and you can do it all day long. So just add that into your warm-up and you will feel a really nice deepening of your thigh. And it's something I throw in anytime I feel like my calves have started to come up. It's just a great exercise. And amazingly, your horse can still work off of your inner thigh. Even when your seat is up out of the saddle, you're still making communication with your inner thigh. So as I sit, like if you tend to turn your toes out and you practice this, you're going to notice how much more parallel your thighs can get depending on the saddle you're in. I have a really nice straight flap, but that's an exercise you can add into your warm-up to help get a secure lower leg.